This unit is designed to incorporate social-emotional learning. We felt like this was a really important aspect to embed within a unit about COVID-19 because we have a lot of emotions about what has been happening during this pandemic, and we're making lots of decisions that affect ourselves and others. Also, we know from developmental psychologists that it is helpful when students have a safe space to share their feelings. If you'd like to learn more about what experts and research say about children's conceptions of illness and death, one of the resources we have provided with the unit materials specifically addresses this topic. One example of social-emotional learning embedded in this unit is when students create a feelings poster in the first lesson that can be used throughout the unit. You might have seen a pre-printed feelings poster used as a tool to help students identify how they feel. In this unit, students develop their own feelings poster as a class instead of using one that already exists, so they can use their own words, organize them in a way that makes sense to them, and visually represent them how they choose. You might be wondering how developing and using a feelings poster supported students in this unit. Let's hear more about that.
After we created that list of questions, we talked about the fact that it's kind of overwhelming. Like, we don't know a lot and it's new, so scientists might not know a lot either who are really focusing their lives on this right now. I gave them all pieces of paper as we had done a lot of work in our writer's workshop time, writing about things in our lives that we thought were important, and they were very comfortable with that artistic expression. So gave them all pieces of paper and they just went to town with words and specifically with drawings on how they feel about how coronavirus is impacting them. Then I put them all on a bulletin board outside the room, which they were really excited about doing that with me and having it as a resource for other kids to see in the building too, because we didn't have a lot of opportunity to interact with other kids being in different pods to minimize potential exposure. We went and looked at our work, reflected on it, and thought, what words could we use to describe these pieces of art that are showing our feelings? What feelings describe these pictures? And they each came up with a word or a few words, and we wrote them on a postcard and put them up along with the pictures. And I thought more than anything, that lesson of showing our feelings and naming our feelings was a great way to set the tone of the lesson, but also the year moving forward, because young kiddos and just all people in general have a hard time expressing their feelings sometimes and feeling comfortable doing that. And I thought that was a way that we were able to do that in our classroom.
One thing that was really important about the feelings board was the conversations that we had when we revisited it during each and every lesson. So we noticed and we had conversations about how sometimes we are feeling really okay, we're feeling happy, we're having a great day, and then the next day we're not feeling okay. And we talked about how that is okay, whatever we're feeling, even if we don't have a name for it, it's valid, it's normal, it's okay. And we also discussed how to support one another when we weren't feeling so okay, or how some people might be feeling more of one emotion than of the other. Having the feelings poster really set us up to have some very meaningful and powerful conversations about our feelings surrounding the pandemic.